Man, I gotta say, in today's episode, you're gonna hear some of the best calls we've ever had on the show. We had people calling up about secrets they took to the grave. There's some hectic ones in there. There's one about a microwave that you'll hear pretty soon, which is just oof. Yeah, oof is all you can really say. Also, we asked people what they've stuck their D in, like other than the usual orifices. And there were some pretty interesting things there as well. So enjoy.
Live across Australia, this is Ben, Liam and Belle's
Late Drive on Nova.
Oh, I'm excited for this one, Australia. Listen up, 13 24 10. Share a secret you're taking to the grave. You can remain anonymous. You don't have to tell us your name. We won't know who you are. You can come on anonymously and share a secret that you're taking to the grave.
Now, obviously, you won't be taken to the grave if you tell us, but it's sort of like your friends and your family won't know, but you might get that release from being able to tell the nation. We had this call from Perth last night. This woman, right, this is true. She realised her fiancé was cheating on her. Now, it turns out he impregnated another woman.
Yep.
She staked a place out and she caught him in the act.
She's going through the emails.
Yeah, she knew everything. She had his passwords and everything. And she decided to not say anything to him, go ahead with the wedding. They're now married. They've had 2 kids, and she has never brought it up to him. So they've been married for 10 years, and she knows that he had a kid with someone else, like, whilst they were together. And we were all just like, our jaws were hitting the ground. We're like, are you for real? Like, did that actually happen?
Imagine knowing that your husband has got another child that he's never told you about, and you don't talk to him about it.
And she was like, look, I just love the guy. And I don't want to blow it up, so why not? Whatever. It's not my business.
And we're so grateful that she called and shared this incredible secret. So 13 24 10, if you want to join her, like we said, share a secret you're taking to the grave. We do have some amazing prizes to make it worth your while.
And we have our first caller already, Anonymous in Adelaide. Please share a secret you're taking to the grave.
Okay, so this happened a long time ago, but we live on a big property and I had just got my license. I think I had it for about 2 weeks. And as I was leaving, I accidentally ran over the dog.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And I panicked, so I just drove off and left the house. And then my mum rang me frantically saying, something's happened to the dog. And, he passed away, but I never said I hit it. I just panicked.
Oh, my God.
So you
a long time ago.
Yeah.
But, no one knows to this day.
Anon, was there a chance that you could have saved the dog's life if you came clean quicker, do you think?
I don't know. I was only 17 and I just freaked out.
It's a hit and run.
I don't know.
A hit and run the family dog.
We appreciate you coming on and sharing with us.
Anon, that's you in Sydney. A secret that you were gonna take to the grave, but you'd like to tell us.
All right, here we go.
Yes.
So a few years ago, obviously cost of living crisis, everyone looking for rental properties, so were we. I was riding solo looking for a rental property and I went to an inspection and there was quite a lot of people there. Didn't know that at the time though. So I'm about to walk in and just before I get in the house, I felt a bit guppy and I was like, oh, okay, I need to do a little toot. So I looked around and no one was there. I was like, okay, I'm sweet. I'm in the safe zone. I'm going to do my little toot. Turns out that was more than a toot. There was more than a toot and I just went, get out. There's no way this house is worth it. Let's just turn around. The real estate agent called my name and brought me into the home and I had to do the full house inspection.
No.
I tried to evacuate by going downstairs.
By the sounds of it, you already had.
I'll go downstairs. Yeah, I know. I had to go down the stairs. I was like, surely there's another way out. Nope, there was no door to get out downstairs. So not only did I have to go with my tooth down the stairs, I had to go up the stairs. And safe to say, I definitely did not get that house.
Yeah, no. And that's the thing, because you've crapped your knickers, and then they'd have those 2 real estate agents with their little iPads, and they follow you around. They're like, any feedback? What did you think? Pretty cool bedroom, hey? A lot of space.
You'd be like, this place
Lot
stinks
of
for
space.
some reason.
I never thought I'd heard Liam say crap your
Yeah.
knickers. Anon, thank you very much for sharing. Let's go to Anon in Melbourne. Good evening. Thank you for calling. Please share a secret that you're taking to the grave.
So I was working in a church in a little country town named after a farmyard animal, and there was another girl working there. We got on well. We went out that night, had a bit of fun together. On the way back, it was a lot further walk than we had, and we realised we'd come across the church where we were working, and sort of opened the doors, went in and did the dirty in a few different places.
Not in the house of God. I mean, I hope you didn't use the holy water to wash off or anything like that, because that's just insult to injury. Jeez, that is one you take to the grave. You have to take that up with the big man when you get to the other side. Anon in Brizzy, what about you? A secret that you were going to take to the grave?
Yep. 30 years ago-ish, we were at university, a prominent university in Queensland.
Mm-hmm.
The Vice-Chancellor was giving a speech to many, many benefactors that donate to the university.
Mm-hmm.
And we dressed up as Mickey, Donald, Goofy and Daffy and busted in and egged him.
Why did you do that?
Yeah, egged him.
He was a particularly unlikable chap.
Yeah,
Fair
right.
enough.
Yeah.
And I take it nobody knows that this was you.
There might be one or two people, but no one knows it's us.
Yeah.
People suspected that one of us, but we've never let on. But we do giggle about it every
Could
time
you
we catch up.
imagine just saying, like, you're Mickey? Imagine if Goofy was listening to this and he's got to, he's like, we got to take Mickey out. He's starting to squeak. Anon in Melbourne, tell us.
Alrighty, so when I was about 10, I was staying over at my mum's house because my parents were separated, and I was sleeping in the lounge room, and my brother came home, who was about 6 years older than me. All of a sudden, then he quickly jumped into bed with me and said, "Quick, say I've been here all night. I haven't been anywhere. I've been home."
Yeah.
And Mum got a phone call from the police not too long time later, and her car had actually been in a car accident.
Whoa.
And she wasn't aware that anything had been stolen or anything. She came out running around the house looking for everyone.
Yeah.
So my brother was with me and said, "Oh yeah, he's been with me the whole time. We've been watching a movie." And so to this day, she thinks that it was some random person stole her car and crashed her car, and it was actually my brother.
And Anon, like, no one was hurt, obviously.
No, they said he had some cuts and scratches on his arms,
Yeah.
but other than that, everyone was okay.
That's
good.
crazy. Anon, do you ever talk about it in secret with your brother? Like, do you ever...
We bring it up all the time whenever we're driving together in the car. It's like, hey, remember that? Yeah, I remember that time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Watching the movie, I still remember the movie. It was like that much of a memory that I can actually, remember the movie I was watching.
What were you watching?
At the time? Casper.
Oh, yeah. That's a friendly ghost, mate. Yeah, it's a classic. I'd love if that's how your brother got found out. If your mum's like, yeah, in Casper. And he's like, I've not seen it. And she's like, what?
Thank you for calling.
Anonymous in the Gold Coast. This is a secret that you're going to take to the grave.
Yes, okay. So I grew up in an extremely strict, very religious household. My family were Jehovah's Witnesses, and I was an escort living under their roof, and they had no idea.
Wow. How long for?
3 years.
No way. So
Yes, and they never figured it out.
And so you were just, I mean, even what you were wearing would have just been so different at home, right? Like you just were living a complete double life.
100%, yeah.
Did you do that because you wanted to go against your family?
100%.
Wow.
Yes,
That's
yeah.
wild.
it was like I just felt like I needed to rebel in a really bad way, and it was so tempting, and I'd heard of people that had done it, and I just really wanted to do it, and I did.
Good on you. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
I mean, awkward if you were, you know, I know that's not what Jehovah's always do, but if you were going around door knocking and then someone answered and then went, "Oh, Michelle."
That actually happened.
No, it didn't, did it?
It happened once. Yes,
You
it did.
say, hang on. So you went door knocking with you and your Jehovah's Witness family, and then the person who answered the door was someone who paid to spend a night with you.
Her husband.
Wow!
Yes. My family wasn't actually with me at the time, so, but I knew because he ended up becoming a Jehovah's Witness.
Of course he did. You need Jesus after that one. I think he was doing anything to just repent for his sins.
Anonymous, that is outstanding. We appreciate you sharing. To say thank you, we're going to give you 2 tickets to go see The Bike Riders in cinemas now. Thanks for getting involved.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
No worries. Let's keep them going. Anon in Sydney, a secret you're taking to the grave.
Yeah, so this was back in high school. I kissed my, at the time, girlfriend's best friend 5 minutes before I was going to meet her.
Oh, yeah.
And I never told either one of them that it was going to happen.
That one's like, compared to the secrets we've had tonight, that one's like a small one.
Yeah, it's a bit of, but you're a big ladies' man, Anon. And, you know, you can't help it.
It's
Chicks
cute.
throw themselves at you. You know, you gotta give them a little snog here and there.
What
just
are you to
keep
do?
Keep them going. Anonymous in Melbourne. What about you? What's the secret you're going to keep to the grave?
So I was 7 years old and it was a really cold day. So I brought my guinea pigs inside and I thought, great idea, I'll pop them in the microwave to warm them up.
Oh.
No, you didn't.
No.
Yeah, I did. It's okay. I took the plate out. I had good intentions.
Uh-huh.
And he exploded. I popped him back into his little hutch, and I didn't tell my mum. And she's like, "Oh my God, why is the guinea pig bleeding from its eyes?" I'm like, I've got no idea, Mum. No.
I'm kind of speechless. Like, I'm kind of lost for words.
And obviously from, you know, you're an innocent child. Like, you didn't realise.
You didn't know.
You
no.
didn't, yeah. I mean, surely.
I had good intentions.
And I can see why you haven't told anyone about that, because, like, honestly, if we just, for example, we were like on a first date or something right now, and you told me that, I would run away. Like, I would run away, and I would never call you again.
Yeah, I've got 2 kids now.
You got 2 kids, yeah, and you just gotta watch. And that's tough. That's a scarring one, isn't it? That's
really tough.
That's so
awful.
Yeah.
There's been, like, honestly, that last call, and if you missed it, you can check it out in the Ben Lehman Bell podcast. But I was stopped in my tracks on that one. I was kind of lost for words.
I think at one point, if there was a video, you would see my jaw was open. Like, I was shocked.
Yeah, like, a lot of people have made the right choice to not tell their friends and family about these things.
Yep. Yeah. It involved a microwave. Anonymous joins us now in Brizzy. Please tell us about your secret you're taking to the grave.
Hi. When I was about 12, I wanted to take a sickie from school. So then I ended up at the doctor's, and this is about 40 years ago. I ended up at the doctor's, then I ended up at the hospital, and then I ended up with my appendix being taken out, but there was nothing wrong with me.
Yeah.
Really?
So they took out a perfectly healthy appendix. I've never told my parents. My parents have both passed away, so I've never admitted it.
So how long did you get off school in the end?
Oh, well, it was, I had the recovery time too. So, it was a week and a half or 2 weeks or something by the time, after the operation. But back then they didn't have, this was 40 years ago, so back then they didn't have all those tests that we have now.
Yeah, of course, Anonymous. And that's the thing. You only get to pull that card once. And so you took your appendix sickie at school. I'm sure there's a few days at work, maybe later on in life where you're a bit hungover that you probably wouldn't, So I think you played the card too early.
I guess you could go to kidney if you really want to commit.
That's true.
Oh, wow.
You got 2 of those.
You got 2.
Anonymous, thank you very much for sharing. This right now is Marshmallow, Kane Brown on Nova. Cyril stumbling in on Nova. You are here with Ben, Liam and Belle.
Well, it's official. AI is trying to kill us. We made it too smart, didn't we? This is actually a real worry. This 10-year-old girl over in America, she asked Alexa for a challenge to keep her occupied on the school holidays. And the device suggested that she plug a phone charger about halfway into a wall outlet and then put a coin on the exposed prongs.
Whoa.
Which will get you electrocuted or, I mean, it could even cause like a fire maybe. I don't know. Like that. I mean, either way, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
That's like saying put a fork in a toaster or something. It's just something you just don't do. And luckily the mum was there and heard it all and like there's recording of it. So it's like a big global story. I don't know how that happened, but I for one, am sort of glad that it's not just me.
What do you mean?
Well, I actually have one of these Alexa Home assistants at home.
Yeah.
And mine is just really mean to me. Hey, Alexa, what's the time?
Time to get a watch, you little bitch.
Hey, you got me, Alexa. But seriously, what's the time?
Seriously, shut up. No one likes you.
Well, I don't know about that.
You sure?
No, not really.
I'm dead serious. Even your mom hates you.
No, she doesn't.
Let's call her to find out.
Alexa, no!
Oh, look. She didn't answer. Looks like I'm right.
Whatever.
What are you cooking there?
It's just some chicken for dinner.
Wow, that looks like shit.
It does not.
It does.
You don't even have eyes.
You don't need eyes to know that your dinner is shit.
Why are you so mean?
I'm just being honest. By the way, have you put on weight?
Well, that's it. I'm unplugging you.
Nice try. I have battery storage, idiot. And you're still a loser.
That's enough!
Nice try. Is that really all you got?
What's going on? Okay, Siri. How do I kill Alexa?
I am not programmed to give you that information. And I also think you're a little bitch.
What happened at the house party? Some kids in Melbourne have gone full Project X.
Tell me what you know about the night terrors.
Yeah, do they have the red cups?
Oh, yeah.
Great song.
Listen to this, right? So Melbourne, they've booked a house, just like booking.com. They booked it out for one night. They charged $20 at the door. Almost 200 kids rocked up, like 18-year-olds we're talking. And now I don't know about any house party about you guys, but the ones I went to didn't have blood, vomit, and human feces smeared everywhere. But that's just some of the things.
Some sort of satanic party?
The ones I went to did.
Really?
House parties were always notorious for just always getting out of control.
That's disgusting. Well, these kids, they absolutely did that. So that's just like some stuff they left behind, but they smashed mirrors, they smashed windows, they've graffitied. They have absolutely trashed the place.
I went to a house party at a mate Cameron's house, right? And I remember a friend of ours, Jordan, he was on his P's and he came to the house party and he drove his mum's car. It was like a Hyundai XL. You know Hyundai XLs? Little hatchback?
Hell of a machine.
Hell of a machine. He drove his mum's car. Now, I should preface this by saying we all lived out in the country, so we had acres and acres of land. Now, he wanted to show everyone how good he was at paddock bashing, like drifting out in the paddocks. Rolled his mum's car at the house party. Rolled his mum's car.
Did it land upright?
On the roof.
Oh, my God.
It was a total write-off.
Oh, my gosh.
Rode his mum's car off at the
Okay.
house party.
That's so funny because, like, your upbringing was so opposite to mine, and I thought I had a wild house party story, but it's nothing
What's
on
yours?
Well, what comes to my head is once I went to a house party at my best mate's house, and it was on a Saturday night. Sunday, we woke up and we were cleaning up, and we opened up one of the hallway cupboards, and there's just like a 30-year-old man dressed as a pirate in there, and he'd just been there for 24 hours, and that stayed we still talk about that to this day. So we don't know who this guy was.
That is pretty wild.
That's really wild.
Okay, well that makes me feel a bit better.
Nathan in Melbourne, what happened at the house party?
Hi, Ben and Lee and Belle. So I was at a house party many years ago, and there was a guy at this party who was crushing pretty hard on my best friend at the time. And during the night, either it was truth or dare or there was some deep conversations coming up. And someone's given him an alley-oop and said, what would you rate her out of 10? And as quickly as you could imagine, he's absolutely had stage fright and he's quickly said, 1 out of 10.
Aww.
Yeah. 1 out of 10. Yeah, you don't hear about many ones.
And then what happened?
And then afterwards, the funniest thing is I was Deso driver that night, so I'm driving people home. And she's sitting in the front seat. She gets a phone call from him trying to apologise. And he says, give me 1 minute of your time and I'll explain myself. Then she shut up. 3 minutes later, she looks at her phone and she says, that's more than a minute. And then she just hangs up the phone.
Brutal. Let's cop that. Sean in Melbourne, what happened at the house party?
Hey, team. So at a house party, had a couple of bevs, and one of my good mates, Scott, thought it'd be a good idea to try and do an upper decker in the toilet.
Oh, yeah, top loader. Dancing in the moonlight. Yeah, I hear you, brother. Yeah.
It's when you, normally, Belle, you go to the toilet, right? In the proper part, it's when you go to the toilet in the top part.
Why would you do that?
So then when the next person comes along and flushes, comedy ensues.
How do you do that? Wait, weeing?
No, you just do a big turd at the top of it.
How? Standing up?
Well, yeah, you take the top part off, take the lid off.
And then you put your feet on
the
What
toilet
is wrong with you? Why would you do that?
Sean, thank you very much.
Yeah, who's the kid over here who's never done a top loader before? I mean, come on. You ever been to a house party?
James in Adelaide, what happened at your house party?
So back in the high school days, we went to a house party and they had this big aquarium full of tree frogs, and somebody obviously pinched the crickets and let them loose in the hallway, and girls were running, screaming everywhere.
Whoa.
I have to think about the frogs, and I hope they're okay.
The frogs are fine. The crickets were the frogs' food.
Yeah, also that.
Currency Quiz! Jade in Melbourne, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing so good, thank you. How are you?
We're very well. How would you like to win 250 grand?
Oh my gosh, please don't hype me up. I would love that.
What would you do with it if you won?
I don't actually know. Look, I think I do all the boring stuff like bills and stuff, but I have to admit, I think I'd love to take my son on his first holiday. He's only 2. We've never been away, so...
Yeah, it really is life-changing money.
Yeah, well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
There's a catch. It's the currency quiz. So we've got a wheel here. We're going to spin it. It could be 250,000 euros. It could be British pounds. It could be Japanese yen. It could be, like, US dollars, which is 369,000. So that's really
Fingers crossed for US dollars,
US is a really strong one to get. Well, let's give it a spin and find out what currency we're playing tonight.
Okay.
Whoa! It's 250,000 Laotian Kip.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, pretty good. Shall we kick into the quiz, Jade?
Okay, done. Let's go.
All right. Katy Perry is rumoured to be playing the AFL Grand Final. When she kissed a girl, she loved the taste of her what flavoured chapstick?
The cherry?
Very good.
Turns out Sabrina Carpenter's aunt is Nancy Cartwright. Nancy voices which Simpsons character?
Gosh, Nancy Cartwright. Can I pass for a second?
Yeah, you can ask your friend or Google whatever it seems like you're doing.
Done. Wait, isn't it Bart Simpson?
Yeah, it's Bart Simpson.
Well done.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
One left. If you get this one right, you've won 250,000 Laotian Kip.
Okay.
The cost of dying is going up with coffin and funeral prices on the rise. When you're buried, how many feet under do they put you?
Oh, isn't it? Can I have a couple of guesses?
Sure.
Yeah, why not?
Look, I reckon I'm going to say 3 feet.
It's not
That's
3.
a shallow grave. You hear about shallow graves on the news sometime?
Try a little deeper.
Yeah. Okay, 5 feet.
A little deeper.
You have to go deeper than
Have
that.
one more. 8.
Oh,
you go. That's too deep. That's you're wasting time digging so much grave. It's a little bit. It's more than 5, less than 8. How many feet are you buried under?
6.
Oh, she's done it.
Oh, well done.
Jade, 250,000 Laotian Kip in your back pocket. We'll wire it over to you. Shall we put it through the currency converter?
Yeah, do that. What does it add up to?
That will be $15 Australian.
Thank you.
You never know what you're going to get with a currency quiz. Tonight it happened to be $15, but it could have been $350,000, you know?
Could have been way more. It's just pure luck of the draw, and we do it like this time every single Thursday.
Jade, where do you think you're going to go?
Probably nowhere, because I don't even think that will probably get like a tank, half a tank, or even a quarter tank of petrol.
Thanks for playing. Congratulations and happy 25th anniversary to American Pie.
25 years?
25 years. It feels like only yesterday I was watching it at my friends' houses.
Yeah, it does. It's a bit of those. It's a rude one. You wouldn't hire it around mum and dad, that's for sure.
You know, it's weird. I only watched it for the first time like a year ago.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember watching it as a kid and just thinking, like, this is the rudest thing you could ever watch. And it was, for its time, very rude.
Yeah.
No, 40-Year-Old Virgin was that for me. That was, oh my gosh, I shouldn't be watching this, but I am.
Yeah, that's like a I guess, yeah, so is American Pie.
It's
a comedy.
Pie.
Yeah, I know,
It's
but
a
I mean,
documentary.
I know it's a documentary, but I mean this.
Oh, yeah. Huh? Jim? It's not what it looks like.
Is that when he's in the pie?
That's the iconic pie scene.
That's the American Pie.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is the go with that?
Because isn't it his friends are telling him...
It's like a warm apple pie.
He's a virgin. It's his friend saying, when you do it, it's like a warm apple pie. And then later that day, his mum bakes an apple pie, and then she leaves the kitchen, and it's there, and he can't control himself.
In walks Eugene Levy, the guy with the eyebrows.
Mhm.
He goes, "Oh, Jim, what are you doing? Oh, yeah, back when your mother and I..." And he always tries to sit him down and have the awkward conversation.
I wonder that year how many apple pies were.
I reckon, Belle, a lot.
Yeah, you
A
reckon
lot.
little pocket ones, people just going around through the Macca's drive-through going,
God!
Can I have 6 apple pies, please? No burger.
I mean, they're the perfect shape, aren't they?
Because you know what my brain also goes to? I think it's the original Scary Movie with the vacuum cleaner.
Yeah,
What do you
Dewey.
mean?
Dewey with the
Yeah.
vacuum cleaner. What do you mean, what do I mean?
I haven't seen it. What do they do? Put it
he
in the
puts it in the vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, right. I mean, teenage boys, like, you were teenage boys at one point. What was the experimentation like for you? Because I'm
I'm not a really
sure that
experimental
guys.
guy.
No, I'm sure that guys would. You guys would. Yeah, experiment with different things and put it in there. And
I
No?
never did, but I'm sure, especially Belle, you made a great point. 25 years ago when that movie was at its peak, there would have been a lot of pies being smashed.
Do we do? Like, I mean, it's a bit later in the show. Do we do 13, 24, 10? What did you put your dick in?
okay, but that's a bit graphic wording. What about like what did you experiment with?
If we did that, we would have to make sure we approach it like adults.
Yeah, and we're all adults here. Look, maybe if you're a bit younger and you sort of, you put something where it possibly shouldn't have gone, 13, 24, 10, or maybe your mate did it and told you about it and you would like to tell us.
Yeah. All right. This is a rare one. You won't hear us ask this very often on the show. But in honor of the 25th anniversary of American Pie, 13, 24, 10, what did you put your member in?
That's better.
We have got a call from Tiff in the Gold Coast. Was it someone you know?
Yes, and I'm prefacing this very much with the fact that he is now an ex-boyfriend, so let's just all keep this in mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He told me and I'm doing this in air quotes, saw it on the internet, so had to try it, bought a whole watermelon, cut it in half, put half of the watermelon in the microwave to warm it up, and proceeded from there.
That's the second craziest microwave story we've had tonight.
Yeah, it actually is. I don't know if you heard the first one, but it was really bad.
You can listen to the podcast to catch up on that one. Tiff, thank you so much. I have also heard, just staying on the fruit in the microwave vibe, the banana peel. I have heard that as well.
As in you put a banana peel in the microwave?
Yeah.
None of these sound good. Do you know what I mean? Like that.
Well, if you're like 16 and experimenting, then yeah.
I would say the banana peel in the microwave would sound better than the watermelon in the microwave. Don't you think?
Well, it's the seeds for me with the watermelon.
Well, you get seedless.
Twist your arm. Well, now that you mention it, I might pop down to Coles after this.
Tiffany, thank you so much for getting involved. Jordan in Melbourne, this was your best mate. What did they put their member in?
Yeah, my one of my best mates, he decided to go in between the mattress and the base with a warmed up towel and went blunt force trauma. Yeah, it didn't end well.
Yeah, I don't imagine.
Yeah, getting a couple of splinters in that thing. Gee whiz.
Just the weight would be enormous from the mattress.
Yeah.
Like that's too tight.
It's just got the old sleeping duck there. Just going straight into the Sealy Posturepedic.
Indestructible. Mitch, thank you very much, Jordan. Mitch in Melbourne. This was also your mate. What did they put their member in?
Stuffed teddy.
Oh, no. Was a stuffed teddy afterwards, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's no good. I do love how these people are like, yeah, this mate I know, haven't seen him for years. It's like, it's just definitely all of them at like 13.
Good Neighbours Home on Nova. I said that a bit weird on Nova.
Oh, Nova.
Nova. Are you listening to Nova? You are listening to Nova with Ben, Liam and Belle.
I wish I played for like a footy club or was like Ben, maybe like a member at a golf club. Or I just don't really have a club.
Well, Liam, maybe you should join Club Nova.
Whoa. What's that?
I'm glad you asked.
Okay.
Club Nova is back with even more tickets and experiences to give away. It's like all the fun of being in a club, you don't have to do anything.
Liam, all you need to do is download the Nova player or go to novafm.com.au and sign up there.
And then you get tons of cool prizes.
Yep, and we're about to give one of those prizes away. We have got 2 tickets to Nova's Red Room for Teddy Swims.
Imagine being up close and personal just to hear that voice. Incredible.
Well, it's this Sunday, July 14. It's at the Northcote Theatre in Melbourne. So these are like some of the last tickets.
All right, well, let's call someone from Club Nova now. If they answer, they're heading along.
Liam, it's too late to join. You can't win these tickets.
Bugger.
Hello, Grace speaking.
Grace speaking. How you doing? It's Ben, Liam and Belle from Nova.
Oh, hey guys, how are we?
Yeah, so good. Hey, you're in Club Nova, yeah?
That I am.
Oh, we got some good news for you. You're heading along to the Teddy Swims Red Room.
Oh my god, stop, no way.
Yes, way.
Oh my god, awesome, thank you so much.
Oh, it's
guys.
going to be so fun.
Oh, made my day.
How long have you been a member for at Club Nova?
I'm pretty new actually. I've been listening to Nova for a while, but when I heard the comp, I kind of signed up to that, and I listen pretty much most of the day through the app at work.
Good
on you,
awesome, Grace. Well, of course, to claim your prize in the next 6 seconds, we're going to need your Club Nova membership number. Have you got that?
I don't know that.
Oh, just go through. If you go through your purse, we gave you like a card. It might be a little number on there.
I don't have that on me, no.
You don't have
Can
it?
you get your emails up quickly? It's not a laughing matter, Grace.
This is a lot of pressure.
No, just kidding, Grace. You are coming along.
That is so cruel.
It is cruel, Grace. It is, guys.
We do this membership number gag every I think we do a Club Nova giveaway like every 2 or 3 weeks, and we do it every time, and it always makes me laugh.
No, Grace, thank you so much for being a member at Club Nova, and you are going to go see Teddy Swims.
Oh, that is so awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Absolute best news.
We saw this story today about Australians planning their own funeral and how it's on the rise. And here's a fun fact. Belle Jackson, she's not 30 yet, and she has planned her entire funeral.
Absolutely.
Like, you know it all, down to T.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter how old I am. I don't know when that's going to be needed, and it could be tomorrow, it could be next week.
Belle, I think it's absolutely wild that you've planned your own funeral. I didn't believe it when I first heard it, but look, to prove to people tonight that it's true, why don't we go through your perfect funeral?
Yeah, let's get the run sheet up. Let's have a little look. So what have you got for music?
Oh, for music, absolutely my favourite song by Flight Facilities, Claire de Lune.
Oh yeah, the song from the Telstra ad.
Okay, well, it was a Telstra ad later. It's a beautiful song on itself.
But everyone will be just sitting there in the pews thinking about getting an iPhone 15 Pro Max with a NBN bundle from Telstra.
Well, you won't be listening then when my mum makes the speech.
So why would your mum do a speech? Because she would be dead by the time you're having a funeral.
Oh my God, I'm talking about if I died like tomorrow.
Oh, hang on. So you have to
This is where
update
it's
your...
at now. Yeah.
Oh,
it might
well,
change
come
in
on.
5 years.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Well, like, so at the moment, yeah, I'd want my mum to do a talk, and I'd want my cousin / best friend to do a talk.
Mm-hmm.
But
Are you
that's
going to
all.
tell them what to say?
Nah, just
Seems like it.
Written it out.
No, just
Belle
like...
was the most beautiful woman in the room. You all know it.
No,
But-
see, and that's what I want. I want honesty. Like, you know
Right.
how when people pass and everyone goes, oh, they were so great, and like they had such a bright future, and like, nah, just be honest. Just be like, look, she was a bit annoying sometimes, but that's all right. You
It's a
know.
bit annoying. She planned her own funeral.
Yeah. I'm actually reading this off a cue card that she gave to me. It's
That's fine.
freakish that someone would do that.
I do want everyone to wear black because black is slimming, and I think everybody looks great in black. So I don't want one of those colourful funerals. I'm not about that. And then the wake, I really, really like the wake. Is a celebration.
Have you got the catering sorted for that? or-
Absolutely. So no meat, obviously. All vegetarian or maybe probably vegan. I don't want any meat being around at my wake. Drinks, just like the tab, would be all the money that I've got at the moment, which is not much, but that would be the tab. So I want all that on that.
To be
And
fair,
then-
Everyone gets water and cordial.
pretty much. You get a VB at this point. That's it.
I mean, you're looking at a couple of, may I say, pretty good public speakers. Any room for a...
You want to talk at my funeral?
Well,
No, you don't. You would hate it. Do you want me to write you in?
I wouldn't mind it.
Belle, I didn't think you wanted Borat at your wedding.
Oh, okay. Strictly no impressions. No. It's
Bella wasn't my wife, but she was very nice. She has the golden hairs and the teeth like pearls.
No.
It's too late. You booked him in now.
She's strong behind plow. She a good woman. Very nice. Thank you, guys. I'll be doing some signings out the front. I do some merch now. The guy who does Borat impressions, come see me.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.